Amaka Effect. Introduction. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, a peculiar people, that ye should show forth the praises of him who had called you out of darkness into his marvelous light. 1 Peter 2 verse 9. Chosen, royal, peculiar. These are not just words, it's identity. It means we are set apart for purpose. We carry heaven's standard, and even how we dress should tell the story of who we belong to. And now, the story begins with a woman named Mary Amaka. Chapter 1. It was supposed to be an ordinary Sunday morning. The choir sang, the ushers smiled, the saints were in deep worship, until the aisle became a runway. Heels clicked, heads turned, and modesty nearly called for backup. In that moment, holiness had a competition, and the congregation didn't know whether to clap or to cover their eyes. Sitting quietly in the back was Sister Mary Amaka, known for her layered outfits, head wraps, and skirts that never met controversy. For years, they called her old-fashioned, too covered, too much. But that Sunday changed everything, because while the trend shouted for attention, her character whispered conviction. Then for 6 long weeks, she vanished. No one knew where she went, until one Sunday, she returned, transformed. Still modest, still graceful, but more radiant, modern, and stylish, holy with a hint of haute couture. Her confidence didn't compete with culture. It complemented her calling. And when she spoke, it wasn't just about fashion, it was about purpose. She said, "This isn't about rules or religion, it's about reflection. If your outfit could preach, what would it say?" The church laughed, nodded, and leaned in. Because she wasn't condemning, she was clarifying. Modesty wasn't misery, it is mastery. Fashion wasn't forbidden, it just needed direction. That's how Mary Amaka Effect began. It wasn't a movement of shame, but of shining, reminding believers that holiness and style can coexist beautifully. But the story didn't stop there. Now, let's dive into chapter 2. Mary Amaka took the conversation deeper, beyond fashion, beyond fabric, into the heart. She said, "You can wear the finest suit or the most elegant dress, but if your spirit is bitter, your words are harsh, your hygiene forgotten, you're not dressed, you're decorated." The crowd laughed, but she wasn't joking. Because modesty starts on the inside. A clean heart, a right spirit, and yes, a little soap and deodorant too. She reminded everyone that holiness isn't the same as neglect, that cleanliness, excellence, and grooming are part of how we honor God's presence in our daily lives. Soap before style, she said, deodorant before diamonds, and the church interrupted and conviction all at once. Then she brought the word. If Joseph could change his clothes before standing in front of Pharaoh, then we too should represent our king with dignity. Because fashion, she said, is a language, and believers should speak it fluently with grace. From sagging jeans to see-through trends, from wrinkled shirts to weary souls, she taught that modesty isn't about dullness, it's about discipline. That being set apart isn't being outdated, it's about being outstanding. By the time she was done, the whole church realized something simple yet powerful. The real glow up God wants His people starts not in the closet, but in the heart. So next time you stand before your mirror, remember who you are: chosen, royal, peculiar. Your reflection should preach before your words ever do. This was just a glimpse into the introduction, chapter 1 and 2 of Dress to Kill, the Mary Amaka Effect. For the full story, the humor, the wisdom, the transformation, well, you know what to do. Grab a copy. Because modesty isn't about hiding, it's about honoring the king you represent. Watch out for chapter 4